Greetings. I'm Father Paul Demuth, a senior priest of the Diocese of Green Bay, and I'm happy to share this reflection on the Feast of All Saints with you on behalf of the House of Hospitality. Throughout my life, I've always been involved in parishes that have had patron saints. I grew up at St. Paul's in Manitowoc. I've served at St. Pat's in Menasha, St. Francis Xavier Cathedral in Green Bay, St. Francis in De Pere, St. John the Evangelist, St. Catherine Drexel, St. Elizabeth Ann Seton, St. Mary's. But the last 2.5 years has been just a little bit of a twist. Now, as a senior priest, I help out in a parish who are celebrating their feast this weekend. All Saints Parish in Denmark. Usually we insert in the Eucharistic prayer the patron saint. But in this case, at All Saints, I simply list our patron saints and all the saints who have done your will throughout the ages. It gives me great pause then, I think, on this weekend to see and reflect on these men and women whom we call saints. But here in that first reading, who are those great multitude of people before the Lord from every nation, race, people, and tongue? And the answer comes pretty simply and pretty deeply. I'm of the age where, I hate to admit it, but I spend a lot of time reading the daily paper. You know what section? The obituaries. Many of the folks I don't know, but then there are many that pop up that influenced me in one way or the other over the decades. And then as I read the obituaries of people, known and unknown, it becomes quite obvious. Some people, through the obituaries, tell us that their very life was centered in Jesus Christ, in their parish church, in their home, in everything they did. Who are these people? Those are the ones who have carried the cross of pain and illness for decades. The pain of divorce, the pain of the death of children or grandchildren. Those who have provided jobs and careers for untold people for decades. Those who have reverenced the earth in their backyard, at their cottages. Those who have served in public office and done it unselfishly. And those who volunteered so quietly that nobody knew what they were doing, or else in one organization after another. And I can tell you of my recent experience, where I've experienced saints in the making, especially these days as I recover from the first of 2 total knee replacements. The people that brought me to the hospital, the doctors and the nurses, those who picked me up and brought me out to this cottage for healing, those who bring meals, those who've done my laundry, those who call or send a card, and those who push that heavy vacuum cleaner around the place. All out of love. All out of a belief in what God asks us to do. Love God with all our heart and love our neighbor as we love ourselves. These then are the saints that we honor today. They're the deceased, but they're also the saints in the making among us. As St. John told us in the second reading, we are God's children now. What we shall later be has not yet been revealed. We are people of the beatitudes, both in good times and in bad. We, they, people we don't know, are those who serve in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health. This then is their feast. This is our feast of the ordinary faithful ones who say, I live as best I can in Jesus Christ our Lord.